Dino Riders! Welcome to the channel where today's agenda calls for official business. That's right, direct from Hasbro Pulse, with my thanks, it's the latest and possibly hugest ever plastic dolly of Movieverse Grimlock, the Thundering Theropod the Thundering Theropod cameo appearancist of such universally adored and never controversial cinematic classics as Transformers Age of Extinction, Transformers The Last Knight, and Instant Family. That's Knight Armor Grimlock right there, and that's Cade Yeager, and that's Izzy! Do you know I rewatched Transformers 4 and 5 to prepare for this video? I deserve an apology. Speaking of apologies, this video is brought to you by Transformers the Movie The Apology Tour! Yes gang, in its 40th anniversary year, the 1986 animated Bereavement Fest returns to cinemas to mess you up all over again. Check the official Transformers channels for dates and locations, enjoy some 86 inspired action figures, and dare to be stupid. I mean, dare to believe you can survive. Wow, a lot of dares. Raise your hand if dare is in your lyrics. Transformers the Movie The Apology Tour, the promotional segment! Right then, let's lock in. So the big Dinobot director's on-screen contribution pretty much amounted to a furious 1v1 with Prime peppered with trailer shots, and a brief yet dizzying rampage against some filler bots. And then in the next one he puked a car and had a baby? Epic. Meanwhile, in Meat Space, he found himself embroiled in a very strange toy journey, filled with questionably coloured creme brulee creatures, I guess to make them look distinct on the toy store shelf. I mean, they were distinct, as in, they stinked. But he eventually landed some luck when the Studio Series rolled around, and its early waves blessed him with a beefy leader class figure that at least looked the part and matched his colours. But 8 years later, things have moved on. Optimus Prime is a leader class toy now, and the king needs his horsey. And so the Studio Series strides into the Titan class with Studio Series Titan class Grimlock. Welcome to the video. Check out this colossal curmudgeonly bludgeoner, seething with the rage of an aeon, hewn from fossilized lead and bringing the dread. This is a brute of the ancient world, a mummified mountain of a man whose enormous form insists on an eyeball-bruising blend of eldritch armor, apex predator aggression, and deep core clockwork guts. I love a big Movieverse toy. The excess is the point, after all, and it thrives when given room to breathe. And my god, they don't come much roomier. Good job too, cause my gosh, he's a busy boy. Bro is drowning in his own might, awash with oversized armor plates and more teeth than seem necessary. Like, he's got a full separate T-Rex head on each shoulder. How does that work? Is he two dinos? The illusion even extends to his breastplate, with a fake-out bisected underjaw draping yet more gnarly gnashes over his tit lids. The legs bring their own vicious voice to the frenzy. Good god. Whooper! Planting him firmly on brawny shin guards with yet more spikes, and spacious slippers that, in true dino style, evolve into the bird. Arms are, again, pointy, but pretty normal south of the shoulders, and the head's almost an afterthought. Just a squat little meteorite of a thing whose minimal malevolent facial features imply a reduced think space overtaken by ambition and directionless malice. And spikes. Oh, he's never not gonna get you. Anyway, the metallically muted colours are emblematic enough of the franchise's murkiest era. Mostly a lot of greys and silvers, but the business bits are sprayed in a tasteful mossy patina that speaks to his millennia wandering the wilderness. Shout out to what looks like the Antikythera mechanism jammed in his navel. I am old. And so is Grimlock. I do kind of enjoy that there's a lot of less decorated plastic in there. Like, the ripped shoulders are working hard enough to remain paintless, and the upper thighs and all the jointy areas are pleasingly uncluttered, only sparingly sculpted for more mechanical flavour. It just gives big Grimothy Chalamet a bit of a reprieve from the cumbersome barbarian jaggities, and lets the toy chill out a bit. Room to breathe, baby! Posing is mostly present and or correct. Your man comes preloaded with the regular suite of flexi points and knuckles, voguing like a vixen and providing his own soundtrack, dropping clicks like Fear Factory kicks. Shock! Almost. Love that the skirt segments to accommodate his mighty hips, but he does get in his own way a bit. I was going to comment on how the knees get snagged on the shin armor, but it's worked this time. Guess that was a skill issue. Don't know if you really expect deep knee squats out of him, do you? He's not that kind of guy. But he can do it, turns out. A couple of appropriately thuggish melee weapons on the go. This fist-engulfing depth charge glove is very legacy bulkhead. But it's dwarfed, as most things are, by this monumental bone club. It's very you. Gotta be the lumpiest lard smasher in the land. It's bigger than most figures. Maybe a little architecturally clumsy. Don't love the visible butt clamps and the ugly hollow tip, but he looks so impressive holding it. Come on, Hornstein and Smaug. And the shaft even disassembles for variable handhold placement. All this and storage too. Looks cool, doesn't it? I don't know, it's handy, but it does kind of shine a spotlight on the mess going on behind him. Nothing wrong with the T-Rex arms there, hung up like lacrosse socks. Gotta go somewhere. And that gaping tabard tail looks pretty rad, all serrated and flared. But there's simply no escape from the bulging kibble cheeks. Don't know if they go like that or like that, but neither's better. A Grimlock with back kibble? Oh no. Look, nobody's buying Titan Grimlock for the robot mode, are they? That's probably why he's packaged in robot mode, so you have to engage with it. But it's great! It's such a killer job that it's made me like the design more. Mostly it's just nice to be able to look at it for more than a couple of seconds. And I find it weirdly sweet that they've clearly poured a ton of effort into what's inevitably going to be a B-side to the Dino mode. Speaking of... Now, you know me, or maybe you don't. Hello. I'm not a huge lover of incredibly intricate transformations. Probably why I've clocked up 0 alternate reviews. And given how astonishingly over-designed Grimlock is, the prospect of having to perform that mysterious massive moves he pulls in the film with my own 2 hands, pretty intimidating. But it's actually kind of fun and user-friendly. I mean, there's plenty to do. Spikes to fold in, flaps to manage, but it doesn't overwhelm like the visuals suggest it might. Every heavy maneuver gently reminds you that it's just a big Generations toy with Beast Warsy bones. In time-honored Dino Megatron tradition, the legs remain the legs. Got that 90-degree torso spin that I love, and plenty of its own moves. The arms scissor upward and lock into the back panel for a handy cross-species limb sandwich, and I love the way the heads become a head. The left-hand noodle hinges off the shoulder like a hungry python, while the other one's eyes flap away and stow on the belly. That's genius. Even the obligate parts forming feels a treat as the panels slide out of the open club. And if you want, you can cram the sea mine in his ass. I said sea mine. Anyway, peasants, your king has arrived! Oh, he's a big un.
Whoa, look at the size of it!
Christ, that's a lot of dino! Is it the most dino? Are we counting Stomp and Chomp? I'd rather not. Yes, indeed, the Dino mode we came for is impossibly sick. An enormous workspace-dominating explosion of visual impact in the shape of a T-Rex made of metal, made of bones. Like, check out the hellaciously huge dino head. Sculpted to oblivion in mangled metal minutiae. Horns aloft, red eyes blazing within, screaming like a freight train made of violence. The mouth of the monster is a vision of savagery, baring its vicious fangs like a collapsing crystal cave, and I kind of love that it never fully closes. Like, it can hinge all the way from screeching bloodthirsty murder yell to nonplussed underbite what the face. Huh? See how the jawline glides along the perfectly cut cheek groove as it goes, but it never chills out, and nor should it. Why would he? I'm gonna be here all day. Moving downward then, the signature tiny Tyranno arms are precisely that. They're doing what they can. And the legs provide a sturdy center point, clad in fearsome thigh armor, and once again spattered with pleasing robo-moments. With full access to the knees and those mighty hips to forge your own rampage and scream bloody defiance. Plus handy leg locks for secure idling. Not much going on thereafter though, as the tail remains in steadfast, unwaggable counterweight mode. I mean, it looks cool, but it's a bit of a drag that 40% of his length is just weapon storage. I'm over here now. Gotta be said, there is a lot of visible toy business on display. Check the massive hinged platforms lurking just below the surface, and I could forgive the threadbare neck area were it not so full of holes. I guess you could say that plays into the mayhem of the Bayverse aesthetic, but I don't know if it's what you want from the main stage headliner of the whole year's toy line. He does make up for it though, with ostensible interplay with a lot of stuff he doesn't come with. The big draw is, of course, the much touted Optimus jockey option, sold separately, which that's fair enough. Oh, can't believe he isn't packed with a second toy worth £55. Now bear with me, I didn't get the new Prime, I hear it's good, but Voyager 2017 Optimus works just as well, straddling the beast with sword held aloft in triumph. And it also works with anyone. It's just sitting. Get up there, wheelie, you maniac. Come on, that's a blast. But what of blast effects? Surely we're not empty-handed. Like, the best known image of Grimlock is his big fire breath move. He does it constantly. It's on the box. And yet, I'm shrugging. Is this the first Titan since Blast Effects to not have Blast Effects? Is that acceptable? He's even got the appropriate port ready to rock in his gob. And it's pretty tight in there, so a lot of the bulkier or showier ones won't fit. Best I could do is Transmetal Legacy Megatron's Flame Club Flob thing, which looks great on him, but at the Titan scale, it just can't compete. Oh dear, cough it up, mate. Drink some water. I don't know, these days you order a fearsome torrent of superheated death and you get a Cheeto hairball. Or nothing. Comparisons. I guess the most pertinent comparison would be the other Titan-class dinosaur, Triptychon. Ain't got him. Never had one. What about last year's Titan, Star Optimus? Ah, he's gone! Literally gave him to Toy Food 10 days ago. Ain't got the right Titans, ain't got the right Prime. What good am I? Look, it's difficult not to notice that the Titan class is getting smaller and less feature heavy. It's Grimlock. That's it. Nothing extra to increase his raw power. No blast effects or little companion mate. No light piping. No fleshy patch with gory bones under it. Bro wears his bones on the outside. And I kind of like that. I appreciate its honesty. Its bluntness. It says, you want a big robot dinosaur? Here's one. But it is still £190, and it's tough to say if the big bozo does enough. Okay, look, I'm getting hung up on what's not here, and that ain't fair. This is still a lot of bar. The sculpt alone is working its socks off. For what it's worth, I think Big Locky Charms here makes a fine spearhead for the Movieverse Titan class. Who else could it have been? Devastator exists at a price point all its own. Nobody's hyped for Titan class Shockwave Worm. Dragonstorm, who gives a shit? So it's gotta be him. It's gotta be Grim. On its own tyrannical terms, Titan Grimlock is a mightily impressive monster. It's all about the spectacle, baby. Its presence is imposingly incendiary. It's fun to handle. It gives you the juice. There's no way it doesn't give you the juice. There's your tagline. Transformers Studio Series Titan Class Grimlock. There's no way it doesn't give you the juice, dog. Cheers for watching then, team. Chuck us a thumb or a subscribe if you're new here. Hello. Thanks again to Hasbro Pulse. Please do check out the Apology Tour. And until next time, get me. I just made a whole video about Grimlock without saying the word Tyrannosaurus. Shit. Definitely used that joke before. I'm allowed. Look, I have to reuse my old jokes after 5 years, or the rights revert back to Marvel. Cheers for watching, team. Hope you enjoyed that big spiky sod. The biggest and spikiest of the soddest. How about them Titan Scorn rumors? That could be even bigger and spikier. Not gonna do all 5 of them, are they? They better not. How big do you think our houses are? Thank you a ton, 1 ton each, to everyone who supports me. Means so much. Thank you, gang. And this video's random patron shout out goes to Sean Doherty. Big love indeed. Titan class love, no less. And toodle.
Be sure to subscribe for more Thew's awesome Transformers reviews. Limited appeal, keeping it real.